How you doing? My name's Terry. I'm with Slingshot Shooters, and I'd kind of like to show you the progression of my bone grip, is what we call this, and let you know kind of where I'm at with this product. Anyway, I started out with this product here. It's a polymer clay, shaped it, and then I actually made a cast for it, and they casted it into plastic first to test the shape, and then I went into a more aggressive type material, tooling material that's called TAS 12, made by Smooth On. Very, very, very strong. These are cheaper to make because the material's cheaper, but it can't take a direct hit. It will chip it or break it. But it's a good way to test the product. Here's a failed mold that I just recently made. This top part for me taking too much time, where it's got air bubbles into it. The problem was the parting lines were not good enough, and the way it matched up, the way it was cut in the mold itself actually is what did it. And it's because the sprues coming up the top for me to feed it had fallen off during the second half of the pour. And then when I cut it open with the razor blade, I actually cut it the opposite way. I had it marked like this and it was wrong. Anyway, bad air, but I could still make a part, but it didn't work out too well here. It may, you know, if I tried again, it may do a better job, but I don't like chasing bad, so I let it go and made another. And we're going to open that here in a second. Hasn't been opened yet. New mold. Actually, a part has been made by it. Right here. This is one that was with no color, no nothing, no mold release, no powder. I wanted to see what it'd do just with a clean surface, because silicone, it won't stick to it either way. I'm just hoping the air bubbles escaped on their own properly, and looking for the surface to be as good as I could get it, and without having to sand or anything like this. Real quick, let me try to show you here. I got chalk on these. Show you two differences here. It's probably pretty obvious. I mean, this is a bigger, fatter head, but if you look at the tips are wider on this one here, on the bottom by about 3/16 of an inch. So this one actually has 825 thousandths wide, and this is right at 720. 700,000 wide, I believe. So it's 125 thousandths. Anyway, I'd have to get the calipers out to measure it again, but anyway, you can physically see it's at least an 1/8 inch there different, which is good because I've run 3/4 inch bands most of the time, and I like the full face to be coming across the back side. And if I run thinner bands, I can run 800 across it, which works out real well too. I took the ball out of this one. I wanted it to be just narrower. I could actually still add a ball in the future. I have room to do so, but right now I didn't. This one also has cutouts, or not cutouts, grooves in the fork itself, and I removed this radius. In this one, I took it off because I brought it down so much, and put a small groove in the bottom of that. It's an undercut, and then another groove here on each side of the fork. It makes for a much neater, a band attachment. Same band attachment, but you can just see it looks much cleaner. Again, overall, think you can kind of see the difference. It's deceiving. I mean, it's hard to tell because the handles are the same. This one's refined down just a little more. Backside as well. But the grip and all this area is all the same. Here, same. Anyway, when I notice when I shoot it, I'm going to try to show you this. Here's this one sitting in my hand. Okay. Here's this one sitting in my hand. And again. Looks a lot smaller, don't it? But it's actually got bigger forks. Now, there's that leverage thing. The farther you go out, more leverage it has against you. This is very strong the way it is. This doesn't make too much of a difference, but it does. I can actually feel a little bit of less tension on the smaller one than I do on this one. I mean, sure, you get closer to your hand, the less you have all the time. So, gained a little bit there as well. So, shooting wise, aiming wise, it's the same. Shoot just like that one. Let's show you a few shots. I'll tell you what, this one's a sweet one. Really, really sweet. This is even sweeter. The little bit of difference in length makes a little bit of difference in that torque you feel in your hand, the pull. This one you can handle super heavy bands with. I mean, let's get real. This thing's tough, and this can really handle some weight. But you know, the closer you get to your hand, that leverage thing, so I can actually feel a little bit of difference. And it's about like 3/8 or so of an inch shorter. Don't seem like much. The whole head itself has been made smaller as well. Hold it. Hold that here today. Okay. Not sure how well you guys can see that. I'm kind of moving around a couple of different spots. Absolutely beautiful. Getting a little windy. Let's open this up and see what we got. Here's one side. Let's see that other side. Put these back together real quickly so I don't get nothing in it. Not bad. There it is.